I'm sorry I'm going to have to eat and run, but this Scotty business is keeping me jumping.
Anything new?
Well, nothing I haven't already told you. I have interviews about him all afternoon.
And you love it?
The interviews?
All the work.
Well, of course. I mean, if anybody knows that, you should.
Let me guess. You're doing a commercial for skin-tight blue jeans. You know I would look marvelous in skin-tight blue jeans.
No, unfortunately, Mickey called about the last commercial I did. I might have to go back to New York for just a little retake, you know.
And you love even that.
You know I really do. It is so exciting being in front of the camera again. Not that poor Charles doesn't have its excitement, of course. Tell me, is it true that Scotty Baldwin actually murdered his wife?
Well, he had the opportunity and the motive. You name it.
Well, not to mention a reputation for being a first-class heel.
Well, heel, yes. Murderer, well, I've got to prove that.
Robert has to eat in a hurry and leave.
For which Robert is properly sorry, believe me.
I had something I had to tell you.
What?
Well, that's just the problem. For the life of me, I can't remember what it is. Well, it obviously wasn't that important anyway, was it?
Thank you.
Yes, hello. I need to speak to a prisoner in the jail. Yes, that's right, the county jail. Hello? Yeah, I need to speak to a prisoner named Baldwin, Scotty Baldwin. It's urgent. I have to talk to him as soon as possible.
I'm sure you can appreciate the fact that we are still in a state of shock. Now, have you made a note of that?
All I have noted, Mr. Quartermaine, is that you are making a speech, not giving me an interview.
My dear young lady, I am merely trying to tell you what it is we know. Now, we went to Susan's home at her request, and naturally
And of course, we can only believe the police when they have evidence proving Scotty Baldwin murdered that poor woman, end quote. Look, you see, Mr. Quartermaine, I can write your speech for you. You know, we are trying to cooperate. Then level with me. Look, I got the message from Susan herself, remember?
What message?
That she had some very hot information about you people. So why don't you just tell me what it is?
I have no such information.
Neither do I.
Nor I. Great. Then how did the entire Quartermaine family just happen to turn up there?
We just explained it to you.
You didn't explain anything to me. Did Scotty Baldwin know what Susan had on you? Is that why he killed her?
Look, Miss Templeton, we're never going to know that. For whatever it's worth, what I think is that Susan called us over there because she wanted to discuss Jason. Now, Jason, as you do know, I'm sure, is a Quartermaine, and there's an awful lot of Quartermaine money involved with the child.
Alan, why don't you offer our guest a drink? Thank you, no. So you went to Susan's to discuss money?
Now, just a moment. Alan didn't mean it quite that way. We just assumed that that was why she summoned us. Of course, now we're never going to know what her real reason was.
My father is right. We will never know.
That's incredible. You people go barreling over to Susan's house on the night she was murdered, and you're trying to tell me you went over there without even knowing why?
What more can we say?
Plenty. But it's obviously you have no intention of
We
doing
have
so.
given you a full accounting.
You've given me nothing for the moment. But I will write what you've said.
The truth, I hope.
That remains to be seen. And it's only fair to tell you that I am not convinced, and I don't think anyone else will be either. The facts are going to come out. And when they do, I hope you have a much better story.
Stella.
Oh, this way, please.
Thank you.
Well, at least we're clear about one thing.
About what?
Well, we have to concoct a story.
Yeah, Monica's right. Not so much for the press, but the police.
To quote the lady, the facts are going to come out, and when they do, we better be ready.
Yes, but when the facts do come out, it's what we need to know about those facts.
You can be sure that the word blackmail is going to enter into anything anyone says.
Yeah, and to a man like Scorpio, that's like waving a red flag in front of a bull. He's going to probe incessantly.
We need a story.
Alan, I just said that.
I know that. I'm agreeing with you, but we need to know what kind of story we're going to come up with.
That's going to have to be worked out very, very carefully, right down to the last detail.
Excuse me.
Not now, Stella. We're busy.
I'm sorry, sir. There's someone waiting in the hall for you.
In the hall? Well, get rid of him. We're not talking to any more reporters, and that is final.
Well, this isn't a reporter, sir.
Who is it?
The police commissioner.
Did you say the police commissioner is here now?
She did, Edward. I hope I'm not intruding. Thank you, Stella.
It was a pleasure to see you, Robert.
Yes, we're just sorry that's... Well, the occasion is so ghastly.
Well, ghastly or not, I have a job to do, and I'd like to get on with it.
Your job concerns us.
Bringing Susan's murderer to justice involves everybody who was even remotely connected with it.
Well, surely you know that Scotty Baldwin committed the murder.
That is the case I'm trying to build, sure. But you could be helpful by telling me what you know or what you were told by Susan about Scotty.
Well, I think you already have the answer to that. Susan was badgering us ever since she lost in court.
Lost? Her son has $1 million trust. $1 million of your money. Now, that doesn't sound like a loss to me.
Oh, well, it was to Susan. I mean, she got relatively nothing. And she certainly resented that.
Oh, bitterly.
The way we piece it together, Scotty found out that Susan was trying to ruin us.
Why would you assume that?
Because Scotty came here actually offering us to help stop her.
Oh, in no uncertain terms. As a matter of fact, right in this very room, he informed us that he was aware of what Susan was trying to do to us, to get us, as he said, and he wanted to stop her.
And tell me, did he say, using your words, how she planned to get you?
No, he did not.
Get off it, Edward. You trying to tell me that you must have asked a question, you must have received an answer.
We did not ask.
You want me to believe that some guy walks into your home here and informs you that his wife is planning to, quote-unquote, get you. And you don't ask how she plans to do this? I mean, I find that rather hard to believe.
Damn it, man, whether you believe it or not is beside the point. Besides, we're not obligated to answer your questions.
We could make the whole arrangement a little more formal by going downtown for an interrogation.
Oh, now, there's no need to do anything so drastic. We're trying as best as possible to tell you what we know.
I counted on your cooperation, Edward.
Well, you have it. You want to know my best guess?
By all means.
Scotty Baldwin has been working very hard to establish himself in this community. For example, that waterfront redevelopment project. That makes him a civic leader. Do you agree?
See your point. Go on.
Well, a man who is on the threshold of civic prominence certainly doesn't want to be embarrassed by his wife's vendettas. Now, if you ask me, that's why he wanted to stop her.
I think so, too.
What about you?
Well, it's a logical explanation.
I agree with you. In fact, I'd almost come to the same conclusion myself. Thank you for reinforcing some of my opinions, Edward.
As I told you, we just wanted to be helpful.
Oh, you are, all of you. Very.
Thank you. Well, I must say that's a relief.
What is?
Pardon?
What's a relief?
The fact that the truth is about to come out.